Happy Vlogtober Day 21. So we're back at the nicer Whole Foods with more of a selection. We decided to come over here again. We liked it from last week. But, you know, this morning I decided I want to use up this Clinique Broad-Spectrum Spf 50. I reviewed this for you all a while ago. I think either in my skincare routine for dark spots, hyperpigmentation, or maybe I mentioned it in my sunscreens for oily skin. This is a liquid sunscreen, but it's a mineral one and very pricey. I've heard from you guys that if you buy, I think maybe the men's version of this, it's slightly less expensive. The body one maybe you mentioned is the same formulation, I'm not sure. It's pretty nice. I have to tell you though, I don't appreciate a substantial leap in difference between this and the Neutrogena Pure and Free Simple Liquid Sunscreen. I'll list both of them down below. The Neutrogena one has more of a cast, but it fades. This one, the cast fades more quickly, but it leaves a little bit of a shine behind, which is kind of nice. I sort of like it. It gives you that kind of glowy look, but some people don't care for that. But yeah, I can't really say anything frankly bad about any of the Clinique products per se, other than that they can be expensive. However, as far as things in Sephora go, I don't think they're that insanely expensive. Some of their stuff is fairly reasonable, and then you can get the free gift or whatever. One thing though that is completely useless is that toner that they sell. Don't buy that toner, the clarifying toner. It's nothing but witch hazel and menthol, so that's completely useless. Their Moisture Surge is okay, like that whole line. I'm just not as impressed with it in comparison to either the Red Earth Deep Dive Cream or the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Extra Dry Sensitive Skin Fragrance Free formulation, or the Hada Labo Super Plumping Gel Cream. But many of you like it and prefer that one. It's fragrance free and is a wonderful choice. It does not have methylchloroisothiazide in it like some of the others. But yeah, so check it out. I got another one of these holy kombuchas today. This is the Rise and Shine Fizzy Probiotic Energizing Tea. I thought it was cool. It's got it's a kombucha, but it's kombucha, whatever. It's got turmeric in it and pressed ginger, kind of. Look at all that guck down there. And you got your soy latte.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, look at my pretty soy latte. Looking forward.
Got cinnamon on top?
Yeah.
Looks good.
And then I'll just show, I got oatmeal this morning, so it's kind of boring.
No, that's never boring.
More cinnamon, and those are actually blackberries are in there.
Yeah. Yeah, this Whole Foods, unlike the other one, has juices that you can get. And I normally don't like juices, but they have a lot of, sorry, I'm like filming on my shoulder. They have a lot of veggie juices that look good. So I might like to try a veggie juice sometime. Yeah, they have like a beet one and one with spinach, or you can choose your own veggies, choose your own adventure. Speaking of choose your own adventure, I got the weirdest thing this morning. I'll show you guys.
Oh, how can it be any weirder than the usual?
Those shredded carrots and sweet tomatoes yesterday were really good.
Oh, I like sweet tomatoes.
Yeah. Coupons are a good deal. All right, so why not have shredded Brussels sprouts for breakfast? I got some shredded Brussels sprouts. They also have butternut squash and edamame, and I really like this flax granola, so I take a tiny little piece of that. There's a pecan, a blackberry, and in the bottom is alternating layers of spiralized zucchini and what was the other veggie I put in there? Oh dear, I'm blanking. Oh, bok choy. Bok choy.
Yeah, I saw you started out with bok choy.
Yeah, they have bok choy, and they didn't put any oil in it. Sometimes they make their veggies really oily, but they'll select a few and they won't put any oil in it.
I noticed on their labeling, they don't seem to indicate when it's vegan though.
Yeah, they don't. You have to look for the for the may contain milk, and then they make you read all of the ingredients, which for some of their prepared salads can be hard, but yeah.
That's a lot of reading before coffee.
Yeah. This oversized rose-colored shirt I got on is another Yes Style win. I like to wear it. It's lightweight, but UV protective.
That looks really comfortable.
I'm gonna try this. I can't remember the name of the flavor I got last week, but it's really good. I like these because they don't have a lot of sugar on them.
It's a good size too. It's not super large like the other bottle.
Yeah. This one tastes more, has more vinegar, of a vinegar taste than the one that I had last time. The one that I had last time had a slightly more fruity taste. This is pretty good. Ooh, it's good. You can taste the turmeric. I think I like this one slightly better than the other one. They also have a fruity, like a fruit one. This is a good size too.
Yeah, I like the size.
How's your latte?
Very good, very good, very good. Look how much I've already had. I also got the flax granola.
Oh yeah.
It just looked too yummy to pass up.
Yeah. Oh, so unfortunately Tybee will not be with us this weekend, which I have a little bit of guilt for. We're going out of town. Exciting, so stay tuned this week. But Tybee's daycare wouldn't take him on Sunday, and the flight leaves really early on Monday. So my mom had to take him yesterday, and I just felt guilty all day because we were here, and he was at his dog camp.
He's okay. He's in very good hands there.
It's good to get him socialized,
and
though.
He also gets playtime.
Yeah.
You know, so he's fine.
And a grooming.
We took his blanket with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, the grooming is a little extreme, so be ready, folks, for a new dog.
He seems to have no problem with it. Like, he really enjoys it. I think I have a harder time with it than he does. I miss him.
There was definitely
like an attachment
pair. We were watching the ground last night.
I know. Hey guys, we're back at my mom's house, and I'm gonna do a little coloring. This is my Keep Merry and Color On coloring book. I know, it's like, isn't it a little early to be thinking about Christmas? But not really. It takes a long time for me to color. And I wanted to potentially do some of these pages and maybe frame them as little Christmas decor because they're kind of cute. So that's what I'm working on. And you're making, looks like you're in the kitchen.
I'm just gonna make up some soup, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
I'll saute carrots, onions, and garlic in the Instapot.
Oh, okay.
And then from there, just make a soup with veggie broth and whatever.
You do your baking soda method for, has that still been working out?
No, I haven't. I forgot about that, actually. I just cook them with a little bit of water. And
With water,
fine.
no oil?
Yeah, or now I can use the veggie broth, or I don't know if I want to open that or not.
Oh, okay. Check out this cool coloring pencil container thing my mom has. I'll show you guys. You got this on, did you get this on Amazon?
No, I got that at Hobby Lobby.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah, it's very handy. I really like it.
Yeah, it has snaps on either side. It's two-sided. And the snap is a zipper. And all of her coloring pencils. Isn't that nice? This is just your scratch sheet of paper she left in here. And then the other side looks like you've got your markers and some coloring pencils.
Yeah, it would be nice if I took the time to put those in some kind of color order.
Yeah.
But if they're rather random right now.
Well, sometimes rando is good. It kicks off inspiration.
Yeah.
This is really neat. I find that the coloring pencils. They're hard to store. This is nice for on the go, too.
Did I put it back
Yeah.
in? Oh, okay. I think I will do the baking soda now that you bring.
Hashtag progress, not perfection. It's not too bad. What do you think?
So cute.
It's coming out pretty
What are
nice.
your plans? Are you going to do all the pine cones that color, or are you going to vary them?
All of the pine cones that are this particular size. Yeah, I may do them all, but I may dance in some slightly subtly darker browns in there and
It's really pretty.
make it pop. Yeah, I get stressed out by these adult coloring books. My mom has some that are so detailed. She does a very good job, but I like this kind of thing where there's a lot of white background and it's easy to color. I recommend this line, the Zen Doodle. I actually got this on Amazon. I'll list it down below. They have a variety of others, and it comes with coloring pencils that are pretty good, actually. I think the coloring pencils that came with the kit, I want to say are these Artist Loft ones. I could be wrong. I think I'm wrong on that. Anyways, I'm using the Artist Loft. It's not going to focus because we've got so much going on. My camera's like, what do you want me to focus on? How about I focus on this matcha stain here? So yeah, I'm using these Artist Loft pencils, and I really like them. These are good. I think you actually can get these at Michael's, perhaps. And one thing that I like about the actual tip is I find that with really cheap coloring pencils, when you go to sharpen them, the actual lead proper, if it's cheap, it'll be too crumbly and you'll get a nice point, and then the point will just fall out and there'll be a hollow at the tip and you end up chasing it. It is the most infuriating thing. Crayola, while not the best coloring pencil, does not do that, but some cheapy ones do that. Particularly if you don't have a good sharpener, you'll just be chasing your tail like Ty B, who's probably having fun without us. Here's one I started last year. I don't know about finishing. If I'll finish this one, it's not really going with my theme that I want to create. And I also started this one at one point and didn't finish it, but yeah, I kind of like the traditional Christmas colors for what I'm going with. I think there's a stocking in here that's really nice, and a Santa. Oh, these mittens are cute too. Oh, except it says Merry Christmas on there. I don't know that would pop necessarily. One thing I found though that is a little bit tenuous are these metallics. It was okay here on the Silver Bell, but they kind of obscure the outline of the actual pattern. Yeah, I actually did a pretty good job on this reindeer, and then I became frustrated when I went to color in the bells, because I just found that the metallics, they kind of obscured some of the detail too much. But I'm just having a little 4 Siggy here. This is the Cordyceps and Chaga, rich and smooth, because I didn't have a coffee this morning.
It's outgrown this vest, don't you think?
Yeah.
This was his new.
Yeah, when we got him, we
vest.
thought he was going to be that size forever.
I know.
He definitely can't fit into that. You
I
should
wish
donate
I knew
it.
somebody who had a tiny one that could use this.
Yeah.
Well, I'm missing our little rock star.
I know. My mom just uncovered this memento from Busch Gardens, which is a theme park in Tampa. I think sponsored by Anheuser-Busch. But they have like roller coasters and whatnot. And I don't know if you can see inside. It's a photograph of my mom. Can you see that? And me. It's not going to focus probably. Maybe if I put it down here.
Oh, yeah.
The image actually looks pretty good. You guys can't really see it. There I am. It must have been what, 6 or 7? Yeah, I was never very fearful of roller coasters as a child.
No,
I think
you were
because,
brave.
well, you made me go on some when I was really little. You know, I don't know how I guess they didn't have a size requirement, or maybe you put me in your purse or something. But I never was afraid of those.
I can't get over those hideous sunglasses I'm wearing. Where did I get those?
You're a lot cooler now.
Yeah, that was the log flume thing. We had fun that day.
I think you've got shoulder pads on too. And a pocket protector? Those glasses are kind of
I've never used a pocket protector. No.
That I wish we could focus on the
Let me
shirt
see,
that
maybe
my mom
it's
is wearing.
mine.
It's like you've got some panda pattern there. I guess because of you wanted to you're matching the theme park.
I wanted to be
Anheuser-Busch,
zoological.
like there's the panda bear as the icon, and you have on a shirt that's swatches of fabric that are like panda pattern.
Or else it's a leopard.
It looks like
sure
something
which.
straight out of Designing Women.
Yeah, that pocket protector is our park pass, I think. Who knows? We just look happy.
Yeah. Well, hey guys, what's up? I am obviously back, just finished up at the gym, and I wanted to take a moment to talk about a sunscreen that I have not gotten a chance to talk about or mention in any of my drugstore videos. It's one that I think is really fantastic. I purchased it at Walgreens with the intention of putting together a affordable drugstore skincare routine for oily skin, kind of pore shrinking, if you will, oily skin, acne-prone skin type of skincare routine. You guys really seem to enjoy my affordable drugstore routine for kind of dry, sensitive, quote, mature skin. But sunscreen, you know, when that video comes to fruition, hopefully sooner rather than later. But definitely bears mention sooner rather than delaying is the Cetaphil Pro DERMACONTROL Oil Absorbing Moisturizer SPF 30. This sunscreen is wonderful if you are someone with oily prone skin and you are really struggling to find a sunscreen that doesn't make you look oily and greasy, that doesn't make you feel like an oil slick, like you're breaking out. This one is wonderful. It's a chemical sunscreen, and so its shortcomings as far as sunscreen and sun protection are, A, it's not water resistant, which would be nice, and B, you know, it's an American chemical sunscreen, so your UVA protection in the sunscreen is coming from avobenzone. Avobenzone kind of degrades with time, so you really have to be very careful and reapply this consistently throughout the day. But as far as a oily skin friendly sunscreen, this one is wonderful. I think as far as the aesthetics of how it goes on, it trumps the other oily skin sunscreen that I enjoy from the drugstore, the Neutrogena Clear Face. That is a wonderful one. Also a chemical sunscreen. They're both, you know, similar as far as sunscreens, but the Neutrogena oil, actually I think the Neutrogena Clear Face has a 30 and a 50. So as far as sunscreen, I think maybe Neutrogena is trumping this one. But if you hate that Neutrogena one, it stings a lot of people. Frankly, it stings me. Not many sunscreens sting for me, but the Neutrogena ones, the way they complex, I think it's something about the way they complex the avobenzone with oxybenzone to make Helioplex. You know, whatever it is, the vehicle that they have to precipitate that in, it stings like the dickens around the eyes. Cetaphil's Pro DERMACONTROL Oil Absorbing Moisturizer does not sting whatsoever, has similar filters, and is a wonderful moisturizer. And it has, I can't recall, I apologize, the ingredient that they came up with in this that actually does kind of wick away some excess oil. So if anything, it's a great moisturizer for people who find that they're greasy. It kind of can mop up some of that oil. And people have looked at this, you know, outside of kind of the Galderma doing its studies. Other actual dermatologists have looked at, you know, people's improvement with people with acne, how well they improve on topical tretinoin using just topical tretinoin or combining it with this particular sunscreen. And they obviously do better when they're combining it with this particular sunscreen, because we know that in order for acne to get better, you know, you've got to avoid the sun and protect your skin from the pro-inflammatory insult of UV exposure. And the other reason why this is important is that people with acne have a component of a barrier defect and dry skin, and they need a corresponding moisturizer. Furthermore, you know, topical acne medications like tretinoin, they're very drying and very irritating inherently. And, you know, neglecting the skin barrier by abandoning moisturizer really can slow and delay a response to the acne treatment. So, you know, basically bottom line, everybody period needs to be moisturizing and needs to be applying sunscreen. But, you know, acne prone people, I think, sometimes are under the impression that they should avoid moisturizers. And, you know, we have ample evidence the opposite, that you really need them. And the trick is finding one that doesn't kind of, you know, exacerbate the appearance of that oily greasiness. And this Cetaphil DERMACONTROL Oil Absorbing Moisturizer is a wonderful one. I like the packaging. I know it's like enough of packaging, we always talk about it, but it's kind of important in how usable the product is. You can actually carry this with you on the go, because a little pump top, you know, you can twist into place, which I love. You know, you can take it with you and just keep reapplying it throughout the day. My rule of thumb, you know, now that we're in the winter time, you know, you may be hanging out inside, it's dark, you know, it gets dark sooner. My rule of thumb is if you're indoors all day and not really outside whatsoever, just reapply it 3 times a day. Just make it a habit 3 times a day. That will make up for just the sunscreen breaking down, the sunscreen rubbing off. Regardless of the sunscreen, just that behavior in and of itself can be helpful. But if you are outdoors for any prolonged period of time, even if it's cloudy, if you're outdoors and it is daylight, you know, meaning like you can see stuff without you know, a flashlight, you need to be reapplying every 2 hours while you're out there, even when it's freezing cold. Particularly if there's snow on the ground. You know, some of you are in you know, areas of the country and in the world where you're already getting a ton of snow probably. Snow in particular, you know, it reflects sunlight, scatters it, and can intensify it and the effects on your skin. So don't neglect it now that it's getting cold. And this one is wonderful. You know, not the best sunscreen as far as UV protection, but it is very user friendly. And I think if you are struggling with acne, you find yourself indoors all day, and you're like not buying the whole sunscreen need thing, try this one out. It's a Cetaphil DERMACONTROL Oil Absorbing Moisturizer. I bought this, you know, myself. You can get it at Walgreens. Buy it online though, as I tell you guys, because you can get cash back with Ebates. I think I got like 7% cash back with this. I got some other stuff on Walgreens that hopefully I get to share with you guys in upcoming vids. But anyways, yeah, hope you all enjoyed the vlogs this weekend. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe.